You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rudrance for Black and White Sports. Well, as we all probably know by now, Tom Brady has retired from the NFL officially again for the second time. But I gotta be real. This time feels like it's going to stick. And I was going to show you the video again, but Matrix did the video over on the main channel, or Black and White Sports 1. This channel is growing like crazy. Who knows? Maybe it'll pass that channel in views. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So I absolutely was doing a Tom Brady video this morning about Tom Brady and the 49ers. And it was because of this. Now, I was like, shit, I can't do that video anymore. But I figure, yeah, I guess I can. Because we can speculate now. And one has to wonder, and one has to ask the question. Did the 49ers tell Tom Brady no again? Because this is Mike Sando of The Athletic. This is one of the best insiders in the business. And he wrote an article and put it out on his Pick 6 yesterday. And when I tell you this guy's dialed in, he's dialed in. And an NFL general manager had told him that it was pretty widely known around the league that Tom Brady was going to sign with the San Francisco 49ers, and the Tennessee Titans were going to trade, or the Niners were going to trade and get Trey Lance. Okay, they were going to ship him out of town. Brock Purdy was going to remain with the 49ers and sit behind the GOAT for one season. So, and that was my video, all right? And I was like, wow, okay, so Tom Brady randomly retires. And then I got to looking around this morning. You see things like this, and then I see this. Now, this is the Pewter Report. They covered the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but they're very, very dialed in, okay? They absolutely do get the Buccaneers-related stories right all the time. And this is what he tweeted out this morning. Like at Pewter Report had previously stated, Tom Brady was either going to return to the Bucs for one more season or retire. He was not going to sign with another team if he wanted to play a 24th season. This is not speculation. This is a fact. So I don't know what was going on there, and I don't know what prompted Tom Brady to retire. You know, I don't know if he decided it was just enough. I mean, let's be real. 45, long season, divorce, all of that. Not a very good team, all right? I mean, yes, the Buccaneers had Godwin and Evans. I think if you gave Tom Brady truth serum, he'd be like, you know, I would actually let those two guys go and get back Gronk and Antonio Brown. And he would have felt like that would have been a better team. He could have run that New England offense. Oh, and maybe like a James White, right? Somebody pass-catching running back. And I think he'd have had more success. I do. I think this team would have been better on offense. And, you know, yeah, it's great to have those outside threats, but Tom loves to play down the seams, right? In the middle of the field, down the seams. And that means a great fast slot receiver, Julian Edelman, Danny Amendola, Antonio Brown, and a couple of tight ends, or one great tight end, Gronk, okay? And they didn't have that. And I think it hurt them greatly this year. Greatly. I think Antonio Brown being cut last year reared its ugly loins during the Rams NFC Championship game. Or the game, not the NFC Championship game, but the game against the Rams, okay? And even then, Tom threw a touchdown that looked like it was going to be the game winner. But I think they moved the ball better if they got Antonio Brown. But the point is, now you've got to wonder, and I'm just going to say it. This 49ers team is so ready to win right now. This team is loaded on offense and defense. And it's I guess it's arguable versus the Eagles as the best roster in the league. Maybe that's arguable, but I don't think it is. I still don't think that Eagles roster is as good as the Niners roster. But you got to wonder, did the 49ers tell Tom Brady no again? Did Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch actually go out there and because I would assume Tom Brady, I'm sure, long since reached out to the Niners or vice versa. Okay, this stuff happens behind the scenes, folks. Weeks in advance. You notice the Dolphins got a tampering charge? Yeah, because Sean Payton and Tom Brady to the Dolphins was real. And this leads to the other thing. With Sean Payton and Tom Brady partially still tied at the hip, Sean Payton waits on the Broncos thing. Boom. Announces Broncos have gotten their man, Sean Payton, yesterday afternoon, and then Tom Brady retires this morning. Did some of that still have to do with the Dolphins? Because the Dolphins came out with a report a few days ago they would not be pursuing Tom Brady. So is this Tom Brady wanted to retire, or is this the 49ers, maybe even the Dolphins, hell, maybe even the Raiders, although I kind of doubt it. Is this the 49ers turn down Tom Brady again? And if so, what's the plan? Because the plan cannot be Trey Lance. That can't be the plan here. You can't hand that roster over to Trey Lance because you won't win a Super Bowl next year either, okay? And Brock Purdy looks like he's going to be able to be ready for the start of the season. Maybe. And do we for sure know he's the guy? And then what happens with Jimmy Garoppolo? Because I think Jimmy Garoppolo is going to end up going to the Jets, or he's going to end up going to the Texans. Honorable mention the Commanders. But Jimmy's not going to stay around if he's not the starter. All right? This team needs a quarterback, and I think it feels like they need a veteran quarterback, right? So what do the Niners do at this point? Do they re-sign Jimmy? Try to re-sign Jimmy? Do they sign Matt Ryan and label him the backup just in case? You know, there's also some rumors floating around out there. You're starting to hear some whispers again about Aaron Rodgers. I brought it up yesterday. Nobody's talking about it. Well, a few little people are talking about it, but I mean, nobody, that's not the big one. Everybody's looking at the Jets. I do think that is what happens. I think Aaron Rodgers goes to the Jets. But, you know, I mean, I just got to thinking, and I was like, wow, did the Niners tell Tom no again? Even in light of what happened the other day, and at what point do we start saying, look, you've pieced together an unbelievable roster, but you keep swinging and missing on quarterbacks here, or you can't keep your quarterbacks healthy. At what point do people start becoming responsible for that? Or did Tom look at how bad the offensive line all of a sudden looked against the Eagles and say, shit, I'll die behind that line? I didn't consider the Niners line all that bad the other day, but the Eagles lived in that backfield. It was obvious. I mean, even when Brock went out, shit, they destroyed Josh Johnson back there. And so I don't know. This raises a lot of questions. I was like, you know what? I can still make this video because I can literally come on here and just talk out loud and speculate as to what's going to happen. What is the Niners going to do? I started hearing musings going on out there about Kirk Cousins again. We know Kyle Shanahan, that is his great white hype, his great white hope. You know, I mean, is Kirk Cousins the thing? Are we doing that again? Are we back on the Kirk Cousins train? I mean, look, Jimmy Garoppolo has got a much better winning percentage than Kirk Cousins. But Kyle Shanahan believes Kirk Cousins was concocted in a lab for his offense. I don't know. I feel like if you put Kirk Cousins the other day on that Eagles team or on that 49ers team against the Eagles and Tom Brady, frankly, I think they both get murdered back there. A lot of drama coming for the 49ers and their quarterback situation. And I don't know where we can end up. I don't know where, this is going to end up. I mean, we all kind of assumed it was going to be Brock Purdy. And then whatever happened, I mean, for all we know, Brock Purdy will never be the same again. We don't know that. And can the 49ers risk not knowing that? He could get that elbow repaired and everything and it just not work out. And if you wait to the point that you can find that out, the free agency carousel may have come and gone. Something to consider. Tell me what you think, Black and White Sports 2 supporters. We know, we cover the Niners on here a lot. Is it Aaron Rodgers now? Kirk Cousins? Jimmy G back? Trey Lance? Ugh. My God. If it's Trey Lance, we're just going to punt. Let's just punt next year. How about that? I still don't. The supporters of that dude, I still don't know what you think you've seen that makes you think that dude can do this job. But then again, I got called out yesterday for the rigged video because I supposedly didn't want to see two black quarterbacks in the Super Bowl. It never crossed my mind that them two dudes were black. Is that how other people just walk around and live life? Thinking about race all the time? I saw that was floored. Truly. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.